This is London.
Hello again, fans, and welcome to LDN Capital TV right here on the Fight Network. I'm Fiona Fox and you're watching the only British wrestling show currently on TV anywhere in the world. And if you're joining us for the first time, you've picked a great week to start, as this week both of the major singles championships in LDN will be defended during the show. Yes, it's a double gold all-championship edition of Capital TV this week, folks, so you're in for a treat. Coming up later in the hour is the rematch between Mike the Poser Mendoza and the LDN British champion Yorghos Christopoulos. These two met just 3 weeks ago here on Capital TV, but after the controversy that surrounded the match, LDN officials decided to sign a second match between the pair, and we'll be bringing that to you in full later in the programme. And in just a moment, LDN Academy champion Billy Reynolds will be looking to successfully defend his title against the challenge of tag team specialist Travis. And of course, as always, we'll bring you the latest news and backstage gossip in the London Eye. So sit back, relax, and let's join the man who calls the matches, Mr. TV, John Atkins.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to LDN Capital TV, right here on the Fight Network, the only British wrestling show on television anywhere in the world today. And what a show we have got for you this week. It is a double championship edition. Both the major singles championships in LDN will be defended here. Coming up later tonight, we will see the LDN British Championship defended as Yorghos gives Mike Mendoza a rematch for the title. But right now, the LDN Academy Championship is on the line, and that young man there, Travis, will be going up for the belt against the holder, Billy Reynolds. Travis there, a tag team specialist by nature.
And his opponent.
Travis there, a tag team specialist by nature. But believe me, he came up through the LDN Academy and he would love nothing more than to hold that belt right there, the LDN Academy Championship, currently around the waist of young Billy Reynolds. And that title match means so much to the wrestlers who have come up through the LDN Academy. You can certainly see the increase in confidence in Billy Reynolds since winning that belt just a few short months ago here on Capital TV. And he looks to be in great shape as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, from right here in Margate, please welcome the LDN Academy champion, Billy Reynolds!
Lovely ovation there for Billy Reynolds, the Academy champion, here in the Margate Winter Gardens. Referee Bob Stafford assigned this match. And there is the championship belt that they will be fighting for. Travis, as I said, a tag team specialist. We have seen him wrestle a number of times with a fellow Academy graduate, Hakan. Hakan and Travis, one of the top young teams in LDN. They've got a long way to go yet, but they are doing very well at the moment. And I think the sky is the limit for that young combo. But the opportunity arose for Travis to challenge for this Academy Championship, and Hakan said go for it. And I know Travis would be just as supportive of Hakan if he had been given the chance for this belt. Reynolds gets the early advantage. Nicely countered by Travis. Both of these men, of course, two products of the LDN Wrestling Academy. And for more information about the Wrestling Academy, be sure to check out ldnwrestling.com. One of the finest wrestling schools in the country. Travis now getting a slight advantage. Reynolds looking for an escape. Travis's partner Hakan, of course, still out of action after that devastating beating by the legendary Kendo Nagasaki 5 or 6 weeks ago here on Capital TV. An unbelievable contest. And Hakan apparently recuperating nicely, but he won't be ready to get back into the ring for another couple of weeks just yet. In the meantime, he has given Travis his blessing to compete for the Academy Championship here tonight on Capital TV. And Travis just might walk away with the belt. Leapfrog from Reynolds. Nice counter there by Travis, pure strength. Travis, a powerful and high-flying youngster. And Reynolds says enough's enough. He didn't want to get a boot to the mouth, and he bailed to the outside. And quite frankly, who can blame him? Referee Bob Stafford making the count. And Reynolds doesn't look to be in any hurry to get back in, actually. I would hope he wouldn't want to lose the match by count-out and therefore hold on to his championship belt. But that seems to be exactly what he is doing. Rolling into the ring for an 1/8 of a second just to break the count. And Travis has had enough, and he's going to go and get him himself. If Reynolds won't get back in the ring, Travis is going to bring him back. But it's a rookie mistake from Travis. He led his opponent back in the ring. And then when he put his head through those ropes, he left himself very vulnerable indeed. And that is a big mistake. You never turn your back on your opponent. You never let him back in the ring first. And you never climb through those ropes when your opponent is facing you. Travis, a great natural young athlete. He's clearly still got some way to go. He's got a little bit left to learn. Reynolds hooking the leg. Well, Stafford refusing to count. Stafford refusing the count there. And that's an interesting call by Bob Stafford. Travis gets the leg up to the face. Reynolds eats nothing but size 11 boot. Travis rallying these fans here at Margate behind him. Going up top. Reynolds thrown in the middle of the ring, but he wasn't out, and he got a big fist up to the midsection of Travis. Hit him right in the ribs, turning Travis inside out. And Reynolds rather more aggressive than we've seen him in recent weeks. And I am beginning to suspect that winning this Academy Championship belt hasn't just increased his confidence. I think it may have increased his ego somewhat as well.
Up to you now.
Check him, ref.
These are dangerous days.
Travis looks to be fading fast. And the hand goes down twice, once more, and this one's over. But somehow it doesn't quite touch the mat. And Travis seems to be getting a second wind of sorts, powering himself back up to his feet, still trapped in that headlock. But a couple of elbows to the midsection, and Reynolds forced to break it, but he holds on. He holds on, and Travis hits the back of his head hard on the mat. Reynolds very much in control. Double underarm suplex. The bow and arrow there, perfectly executed. As we well know, Johnny Saint has given a number of seminars at the LDN Academy. And clearly Billy Reynolds has been paying attention, but Travis with a roll-up out of nowhere. And did he get it? No, he did not, but we were half a second away from a new champion right there. And a big slam from Travis. And no, another 2 count. But Travis is on fire. Unbelievable strength and agility shown by Travis. He has got a real burst of energy from somewhere. And that has caught Billy Reynolds off guard. Reynolds had done his best to slow this match down and trap Travis in submission holds and sleeper holds. But Travis with a big burst of energy. And Reynolds nearly went home there without the belt. Both men balanced rather precariously on the top. Reynolds on the middle rope. Travis planted on the turnbuckle. I don't know what Reynolds was looking for, maybe trying to suplex Travis back into the ring. Travis wisely able to shove him down, comes off the top, flying cross body, rolls him over, but the momentum was too much. The momentum was too much. Reynolds gets the shoulders down, and he's got a big fistful of tights, and he successfully defends the championship. Take a look at that. The winner of the match, Billy Reynolds. Can we get a replay of that? A big fistful of tights. And Reynolds gets the win. Well, fans, Travis came off the top with a flying crossbody, but he came up with just too much power and too much energy, and his own momentum carried him over. Reynolds able to flip him up for the cover, grabbed a big fistful of tights for good measure. 1, 2, 3, the winner of the match, and still the Academy champion, Billy Reynolds. But I don't think Travis is going to forget this one in a hurry. Coming up next, the LDN British Championship is on the line. A rematch from a couple of weeks ago here on Capital TV. Mendoza goes up for the belt against the champion, Yorghos Christopoulos. Well, Travis is devastated, but he'll get many more chances. He has got a bright future ahead of him.
Hello fans, Fiona Fox here again for this week's London Eye, your primary source for news, gossip and backstage bickering in the world of LDN. And where to start this week? Well, first things first, we've got some news about the London Eye itself. We want you to be a big part of the London Eye by asking me questions. We've set up a special email address that you should be able to see on your screen now, askfiona@ldnwrestling.com. And we want you to send in any questions, comments or ideas you might have about LDN Wrestling. Then in a few weeks' time, we'll have a special mailbag edition of the London Eye, where I'll try and answer some of your questions using my insider knowledge and behind-the-scenes sources. While we're on the subject of shaking things up, LDN management have finally decided to publicly release the rankings of the movers and shakers here in LDN. And so every month we'll be bringing you the top 10 wrestlers in the sport today, starting next week. And talking of the top stars in British wrestling, past and present, don't forget that very soon here on Capital TV we'll have news about a huge show coming up later in the year, so be sure to tune in each and every week. So don't forget to send in your questions to Ask Fiona at ldnwrestling.com and we'll start answering the best ones very soon. But for now, that's all we've got time for on the London Eye this week. But don't go anywhere, because coming up next is our main event, Mike Mendoza versus Yorghos Christopoulos for the LDN British Championship.
Can learn to be a professional wrestler at one of 3 LDN training schools. For more information, go online to www.ldnwrestling.com. Well, fans, what a main event we have got for you this week. We have already seen the LDN Academy Championship successfully defended by Billy Reynolds. We are now about to see the LDN British Championship put on the line. Mike Mendoza going up for the belt against the champion, Yorghos Christopoulos. And of course, we saw this match just a couple of weeks ago on Capital TV. And Mendoza, not happy about the outcome, successfully lobbied for a rematch here tonight at the Margate Winter Gardens, and he has been granted it. And Mendoza once again full of confidence and looking to be in the shape of his life. As I mentioned before, he has been a perennial contender to the British Championship for the last year or so, regardless of who the champion has been. And he is finally now being recognised officially as the #1 contender. And that is why he is receiving this second shot at the championship here tonight on Capital TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from South London, Michael the Poser Mendoza!
Michael the Poser Mendoza. Just one indication of the attitude change this young man has undergone in recent months. And he appears to have some sort of...
Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been given this note to read out by the poser. Michael Mendoza has requested that you shut your mouth.
Well, there's no need for that.
So that the Mendozas watching on TV, and for all the ladies that pay to see him, and all the men that want to be him, can appreciate the London look. And his opponent.
All the ladies that paid to see him, all the men that want to be him. Mike Mendoza, certainly no shortage of confidence about his own abilities. But he has already come up on the losing end against this young man once before. And I don't think Yorghos is ready to give up his championship belt without a fight here tonight. Here he comes, your LDN British Heavyweight Champion, Yorghos Christopoulos. He is proudly carrying that big gold belt over his right shoulder. And the fans are delighted to see him because they know as well as he does, and as well as we all do, that that championship belt is the most important title in the country. If you are serious about being a British wrestler, there we see our Chief Medical Officer there. If you are serious about being a British wrestler, you know that is the belt you are gunning for. It is the most important belt, the most important championship, the most important title in the United Kingdom today. And Yorghos Christopoulos is delighted to be the holder of that belt. But something that he has said time and time again, he didn't hold that belt, he didn't win that belt to put it on a mantelpiece and look at it. He held that belt to defend it. He wants to put it on the line to challenge himself, to give other people a chance to hold it. And he has been a fighting champion. He has taken on all comers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for 1 fall, is for the LDN British Heavyweight
thinks that belt would look pretty good with that singlet.
And his opponent, he is the reigning British heavyweight champion, Yorghos.
And Christopoulos, possibly the most popular LDN champion we have ever had. And I don't know about you fans, but I get the feeling Michael Mendoza sees that belt as something of a fashion accessory, a must-have item this season. And I don't know if he is treating it quite as seriously as Yorghos Christopoulos is. This belt means everything to Yorghos.
These are dangerous days.
Referee Bob Stafford assigned this contest, bringing the two men together in the middle of the ring. He's explaining the rules. He wants to see a nice, clean fight, no closed fists, no cheating. We know this referee very well indeed, and he is not one of our more lenient officials. He likes to call things down the middle and by the book, and he is unlikely to let any transgressions go without question. He is a harsh but fair official, and I am delighted he has been assigned this matchup right here on Capital TV. Well, it's very clear who the crowd's favourite is. Yorghos Christopoulos, popular amongst every member of the audience here at Margate. And let us not forget, fans, oh my goodness! Well, Yorghos really should have seen that coming. He turned his back on his opponent, and it was to his cost. As I was saying, fans, we will return to the Margate Winter Gardens next week for Capital TV, where we will see Doug Williams back in action. He is signed to take on the gentleman John Ritchie, himself a former LDN champion. Yorghos comes off the ropes, hits him with a back elbow. Big back body drop, and that sent Mendoza flying. Now to the outside. Oh my, Mendoza got caught up in that bottom rope, and he may well have injured his lower back there. That was a nasty spill to the outside, and now he's put back in the hard way. Mendoza able to get a knee to the midsection on his way out, but I think it's Michael Mendoza who is in more pain than Yorghos. And this is not how Mendoza envisaged his rematch for the championship going, I can tell you. Well, Mendoza rolled across the ring very quickly to break the referee's count. And he clearly still needs more time to recuperate. And now he's going after our ring announcer, and there's no call for that. We cannot have non-wrestling personnel intimidated by the wrestlers. We just can't have it. Well, finally Mendoza in the ring, and not a moment too soon. And you will notice Yorghos has not allowed himself to get worked up. Mendoza may be trying to get under the skin of Yorghos, but Yorghos remained very calm in the ring, did not waste any energy. He simply allowed Mendoza to get it out of his system and then come back into the ring. And the two men have locked up. And Yorghos, getting the better of that exchange, goes behind, waist lock. Mendoza trying to break out, reverses into a waist lock of his own. I'm impressed by the wrestling skill shown by Mendoza. But as we know, Yorghos, with that great amateur background, from his upbringing in Athens, Greece, he wrestled throughout his school days. And while you and I were playing rounders at school, he was learning how to grapple. So very few people can go toe-to-toe with Yorghos in a pure wrestling contest. And I have a feeling that Mike Mendoza may be one of the few who can. He has got a powerful wrist lock on Yorghos. Takes him down by the back of the knee. Yorghos rolls through, but Mendoza holds on to that move. And Yorghos is going to have to think again. Yorghos looking for a way out of that one. And there may not be a counter. There may not be a counter, but if there is, you can bet Christopoulos knows it. Rolls through a reverse cartwheel, and he turns it round in the blink of an eye. Unbelievable. Unbelievable grace displayed there by Yorghos Christopoulos. In the blink of an eye, he rolled through and a reverse cartwheel, and that was the counter. That was the counter he was looking for. And now Michael Mendoza showing signs of frustration, trying not to let his feathers get too ruffled. But you can see Yorghos is getting to him, and again, Yorghos not wasting any energy when Mendoza on the outside of the ring. He is going to let Mendoza get worked up, and Yorghos is simply conserving his energy for the match. Yorghos finding himself trapped in a hammerlock. Easily reversed. Into a front face lock of his own. Rolls him over. And Yorghos back in control. Mendoza reaching for those eyes, and Bob Stafford having none of that. And now Mendoza going for the hair, and again Bob Stafford says no thank you. Not on my watch. Mendoza trapping the head of Yorghos in a leg scissors. Doesn't seem to be anywhere for Yorghos to go. Yorghos struggling to think of a counter. I think he's going for the headstand counter. Oh, wow. Very nicely done. Not just a counter, but a reversal. He appeared to be going for the headstand, which would have broke the hold, but instead, he simply twisted his body around and locked up the ankles of Mendoza while he was at it. Yorghos, a hybrid wrestler, if you like. A strong amateur background, grew up at school. He wrestled his way through school. But of course, at the same time, he was watching tapes of the world of sport. He grew up idolizing the likes of Johnny Saint and Kendo Nagasaki and all the other world of sport legends we have been privileged enough to see here at LDN over the last couple of years. And many more who are sadly not with us any longer. But as I was saying, Yorghos with the best of both worlds, a strong grounding in Greco-Roman amateur wrestling, but also a very, very strong understanding of the British style. And it is that hybrid style of offense that has brought him all the way to the top here in LDN. And indeed, all the way to the top here in Britain. Yorghos came over to Greece to make a name for himself. And he has become the #1 wrestler in the country. Because if you hold the LDN British Heavyweight Championship, that is what you are. It is the most important championship in the country, in the United Kingdom. And every wrestler who is serious about his craft is gunning for that title. Innovative counter from Yorghos, using the ropes to his advantage. Catches Mendoza coming off the ropes. Hurls him across the ring. Mendoza landing hard in the turnbuckle pads. Yorghos follows up with a big splash. Hooks the arm for the suplex. Rolls him over. There's a cover. That could be all. And it's just a 2 count. And what a contest we are seeing here today. Two of the top names in our sport competing over the richest prize in the game. And indeed, if you're a fan of referee Bob Stafford, you won't want to miss next week's show, because we have got a very special surprise for Bob Stafford. And one that you're not going to want to miss, as well as that, of course, Doug Williams returns to LDN to take on Gentleman John Ritchie, and that's going to be a great matchup.
These are dangerous days.
And Mendoza now getting frustrated. He is getting ruffled. And still, Yorghos very, very calm and collected. And that is something you've got to admire about this young man. He's only a young man, but he doesn't crumble under pressure. He lets his opponent get worked up. And he is happy simply to pace around the ring and let Mike Mendoza just tire himself out. Boots on the midsection. Mendoza with a... Oh, that was a low blow. And I don't know if the referee saw that one. Well, he certainly has an inkling of what happened, but he didn't see it. Well, he's... Oh, my.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has issued Mike Mendoza with his second and final public warning.
Second and final public warning for the low blow. Clearly, Stafford did see it. The referee can't call it if he didn't see it, but that was obviously good enough for Bob Stafford. He has been around the ring a long, long time. And he knows every trick in the book. You're going to have to get up very early in the morning to get one over on referee Bob Stafford. Big leg drop there from Mendoza. That could be all. There's the cover. The shoulders are down. But it's just a 2 count. Just a 2 count. Bob Stafford with a slightly slower count than many of our other officials here at LDN. But he is very, very consistent. Knee to the upper spine, pulling those arms back in a crossbow-like maneuver. Changes tack. And that is very nearly a sleeper hold. Yorghos able to power out. Mendoza meets him in the middle of the ring with a shoulder barge. Yorghos down, but he's up and over with a leapfrog. Mendoza comes off the ropes, and he gets caught with a flying dropkick from nowhere. And Yorghos can come at you from any angle at any time. And that is why he is so impressive. Knee to the jaw. And there's a cover, and that could be all. But again, just a 2 count. And as I was saying, Yorghos let Mike Mendoza wear himself out and get all frustrated. And then out of nowhere, a brace of drop kicks. And a knee to the jaw and a cover, but just a 2 count. Oh, Yorghos getting caught in midair. and planted back down.
That's wrestling, isn't it? The man was down. I know the rules. I don't look better than you.
Well, Stafford not going to let anyone get the better of him. Stafford upset because Mendoza was trying to kick Yorghos when he was down, and Stafford says, no thank you, that's not within the rules of wrestling. You let the man get back up to his feet. A lot of modern officials let rules like that slide, but not Bob Stafford, and it is to his credit. Blow to the side of the head. Mendoza's got Yorghos tied up on the top rope. Comes off the top with a superplex. A very dangerous maneuver there indeed. That could have taken as much out of Mendoza as it did out of Yorghos. And Yorghos just able to get a shoulder up in the nick of time. Mendoza follows through with a short arm clothesline in the corner. Whips Yorghos across the ring and again follows up. And a big headbutt to the face. And that could have broken the nose of Yorghos. Goes for a second, and this time he gets caught. Mendoza staggering in the middle of the ring. That really caught him off guard. A kick to the jaw. Yorghos comes off the top, flying cross body, but he got caught by Mendoza in midair. Look at the strength of Michael, the poser Mendoza, and a big fall-away slam for good measure. Pure natural strength there from Michael Mendoza. Yorghos came flying off the top with a big cross body that would have put many other wrestlers away. But Mendoza simply stood his ground, caught his man in midair, and tossed him over his head for a fall-away slam. There's a backbreaker, straight into a cover, the shoulders are down. And at the last second, 2 7/8, Yorghos just got that right shoulder up off the ground and broke the pinfall. But Mendoza very much in charge of the match at this point. And Yorghos has got some way to go to retain his championship successfully. The strength of Mendoza, he's got a big backbreaker. Yorghos reverses into a desperation DDT. Yorghos still down, but he might have bought himself some time to recover. He just planted Mendoza skull first into the ring. Both men now dazed. Yorghos sent off the ropes. Catches Mendoza with a flying head scissors. And it looks like that DDT may have turned things around for him. Kick to the back of the head. And Yorghos now mounting something of a comeback. But has he got enough petrol left in the tank to pull this one back from the brink? Can he get the job done? Can he retain the championship? Will we see a new champion here on Capital TV? Comes off with a cross body. This time he doesn't get caught. Hooks the leg, and it's a 3. It is a 3. Unbelievable. Yorghos successfully defends the championship. Take a look at that. This time comes off with a cross body. Doesn't get caught in midair. Hooks the leg. The shoulders are down. 1, 2, 3. Yorghos Christopoulos successfully defends the LDN Championship right here on Capital TV, exclusively on the Fight Network. And what a jubilant scene we are seeing here at the Margate Winter Gardens. Pure unbridled joy and celebration. And that match took a lot out of Yorghos, but the fans could not be happier. Mendoza gave everything he could. But for the second time, he came up short. And the winner of the match match, and still LDN British champion Yorghos Christopoulos. What a bout, and what a way to end this week's edition of LDN Capital TV. Next week, we see the return to LDN of Doug Williams. But for now, congratulations to Yorghos. We are out of time. We'll see you next week.
With the red eyes, he's got these hypnotic powers.